Yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. Bruh. Yo. Welcome back to the EDC Podcast, everybody, man. My name is Jones-Dunlap. I'm also known as E Don't Care. This is my podcast, the EDC Podcast. Last week, we had guests on, which was hella fun, I swear, that's what I'm here for. I'm here for the convos, the laughter, the fun. If I keep looking down, I'm sorry, I keep looking at the screen. Let me actually move it over real quick. If you hear it, you don't know what I'm talking about. I don't even matter to you. But, yeah, man, that's what I'm down for. I'm down to do podcasts with people, friends, foe, family, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, just to have somebody to go back and forth with, just energy, conversation, information that I don't have, you know what I'm saying? I'm all down for it, bro, but it's Friday, man, and it's hot as hell. It's Friday, it's hot as hell, and, I'm trying to get in the pool, bro. I'm holding off so I can get in the pool tomorrow before we watch the fight and all that. I think my friend's coming over to watch the fight, but yeah, man, it's too damn hot. I found out in the last 2 years, I never could stand the heat since I was a young boy. I hate the heat. If it's too hot outside, I'm almost passing out. I hate the heat. I wouldn't have been cool in slavery times. I wouldn't have been cool at all. I would have had to been in the crib. I would have turned on the whole culture to be in the crib. Turned on the whole culture I would have did just to be in the crib. Because, I can't handle heat. My skin starts reacting crazy. You probably wandering around yo, E, it's hot. You said, okay, you say you don't like the heat. You got a long sleeve on. I need, something on my, arms and stuff. If it ain't, I start rashing up. It's ridiculous. So in this room right here, even if Satara walk in, she'll be like, yo, it's the Arctic breeze. It's freezing in here all the time. I need it cold. I used to sweat a lot all the time, but you know what I'm saying? I don't sweat that much no more. However, I still hate the heat. The heat is just, if you a person that like the heat, I know some shorty at work, it'd be 95 degrees outside. She still be over there with a sweater on. Ooh, it's chilly. It ain't chilly nowhere. She got a sweater on in 95-degree heat. If you that type of person, God bless you. That's all I can tell you. Because, I can't stand the heat at all, man. At all. I've been to Mexico twice in the past 2 years. Both times when I came home, my body recovered for 3 to 4 weeks. Had to recover. Had to recover from the heat for 3 to 4 weeks, both times. You mean, one time, my skin was feeling so bad, if I went like this, it'd be like bubbles of, dry skin. So bubbles would just flesh right off. Just be red meat right there. Craziness. So I'm not having a fun time at all. Tomorrow I get in the pool, I'm staying under the water. And I can't wait till I get chilly under that jump. Because, That's hold on. Bro, I've been forcing my friends yo, y'all be in the pool, right? We in the pool. I know we in the pool tomorrow. They hit me up. What we doing? Pool, man. Come on, pool. I know Satara been wanting to go somewhere. Pool. Let's go to pool. I actually think Satara went yesterday. You know what I'm saying? She be going without me. She be going with her moms and all that. Living it up in that water. Going with her dukes, nieces and nephews. I'm I be at work pissed. She living it up in the water, man. I asked my friends for topics. They hit me up with the Adam 22 joke. Nigga, we did that last week. That was last week. You know what I'm saying? Keep up, Playboy. My fault, y'all. Hold on. Yeah. But nah, man, I ain't. I've been trying to keep up with hot topics since I started the pod. I'm not the hot topic bull. You know what I'm saying? If you watch the last episode, my friend Zoe, I basically outsourced it to her. I'm yo, whenever I do a podcast, you gotta send me the topics. Cause you got them. I mean, she kind of don't stay in touch with it like I do, but She know more. Or she got the ideas always ringing in her head for the topics and everything. Other than that though, like I found out I like doing like tiers, reviews, tiers, top fives, things like that. Like that's what I've been monitoring when I say tiers. Like top fives, like things like that. I'll be rolling thunder with it because like the interaction with everybody is always like fun, but at the same time it's like it's just fun to analyze things that don't need to be analyzed. Like that's always gonna be a vibe to me. So, I already told you guys I'm already trying to like move this podcast more into the musical realm because that's where my ground is, like inside of music. So maybe I'll change up the background a little bit more, other than like the sports stuff that you always see, just like piano, drums. Maybe throw that stuff in there. Cause I do have my club kit in the car, so I might have to take that out. You know what I'm saying? Dress it up in the background and stuff like that. But other than that, just like topics and everything, it will be changing more toward like music stance. So like, if you are listening and you respond and everything, I'm definitely down to hear what you guys think about that. Like if you want to hear more music stuff from me, or if you want to just keep it, you know what I'm saying, goofy, fun. Music stuff's still gonna be goofy and fun, but like, you know what I'm saying, just more random topics. I would say in the sense like, I'm down to do those things, but let me see what we got going on. So from what I peeped, they changing global warming now. Like it's global boiling at this point. So basically, if from warming to boiling, I'm thinking now we cooking. Now we was on summer, but now we deep fried is what I'm hearing. Well, not deep fried just yet. We boiling to put it in actual perspective. Global boiling has arrived, says UN chief, as July is set to be hottest month. July is set to be the hottest month, bro. It has been hot as hell. I literally just asking everybody like, yo, is it a heat wave yet, or does like what qualifies it to be a heat wave? Because it's been hot as shit for a solid month on end. It's been hot as hell in Philly. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like we down south somewhere. Like we in Philly. It's been stupid hot. So I don't know what qualifies a heat wave or anything like that, but damn it, it's been a heat wave for a pretty good time right now. I want to say if I can edit my vote, it's been a heat wave for some time. You mean? And I'm not a fan of it. Again, I'm not a fan of the heat. I'd rather it snow. And I'm in an apartment building, so I ain't got to worry about shoveling. I'd rather it snow every day this year. 2 inches at least. Than for us to deal with heat. Like, heat's a big problemo for me, you mean? So wait, let's get to some topics, bro. So I'm not rambling on about nothingness. My boy Ashman, and shout out to my boy Ashman and Mike. My boys Ashman and Mike, excuse me. Plethora. But top 5, he asked me to do a top 5 bevs. I'm a Bev king. I don't know if people know this. Bev king, like that's my vice if I have one. And I know people joking around, oh, chocolate, this and that, chocolate. Chocolate's not a vice for me. Chocolate's part of life. Chocolate's not my vice. It's part of life. You know what I'm saying? So if I had a vice, it would be Bevs. Bevs could take me out this world tomorrow, and I'll be like, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my vice on hand. So I feel like I'm qualified. You know what I'm saying? If not the most qualified boy, I'm next up to talk about these Bevs for you. Top 5 Bevs. I wonder if he's talking just like, I know he's not going as general as like milk, juice, water. I know he's not going that general, but like, how general we talking? I'm assuming he's talking drinks and flavors. So chocolate milk would exist for me. It would exist for me. Now, if that's number 1, Chocolate milk is number one. Chocolate milk is number one. I'm drinking the Bev right now. I'm gonna show y'all that, but I'm sure this is the top 5, but I'll show y'all afterwards. That's why I'm belching now. Excuse me if you can hear. Chocolate milk is number 1 for me. Apple juice will run number 2. It's close though. It's close. It's scratching number 1's ass. But chocolate milk, then apple juice is number 2. Number 3 would have to be. Ooh. Let me see. Number 3. Cause chocolate. No, let me break these down. Chocolate milk is in my life again, cause chocolate is life. Okay, that's why chocolate milk is big in the day. Apple juice is just. Come on, man. I have yet to meet somebody that don't like apple juice. You know what I'm saying? If kids got apple juice in the fridge and I'm a visitor, I'm taking some of the apple juice. And I tell you that I drank half the gallon. You invited me over, you knew what you was getting. I'm drinking half your kids' apple juice. Half of it, at least. That's if it's a gallon. You know what I'm saying? If it's less than that, I may just give you money to get some more. But just know what you get when you invite me to the crib. So chocolate milk, apple juice. Seriously, chocolate milk, apple juice. I might have to go cream soda. Either that's Pops or what I'm drinking right now, Canada Dry. I might have to go cream soda. They never fail. You could throw it with anything. I'm lying to you. Sprite would be number 3. Easily. By far. Sprite is number 3. Root beer would be number 4. I don't know why I'm slipping like this. Root beer would be number 4. And then I'm going to give him. So we got chocolate milk, apple juice, Sprite, root beer. We're going to have to settle down with. Cream soda, out of here. Because we back to the juices. Because cranberry juice is top tier. And apparently it cleans the ladies' like parts or whatever. So got the health benefits going for it. Cranberry juice is top tier. Probably won't make the top 5, but he's top tier for sure. So I can't. He definitely over the cream soda is what I'm saying. But number 5, bro. Number 5 top bevs. That's a hard boy. That's a hard joint right there. And I'm sure I'm forgetting something vital. We not including water. Water is a part of life. You're not including water, just so you know. So people out there, water should be number 1 because I know you there. Water's part of life. You're not including that. That's part of your health. You know what I'm saying? You should be drinking water. So not included. We talking bevs strictly bevs. I need a bev, not to quench my thirst. I need a bev right now. So we got chocolate milk, apple juice, Sprite, root beer. Ooh. See the options that's running through my head right now is cranberry, orange. Orange juice is in there. If you don't like orange juice. Now, you know what? Orange juice is not in there. While I was on vacation away in Mexico, they kept giving me this orange juice that was just like, it could be that U.S. is just killing us with sugar, but either way, I didn't like what I had in Mexico. And it was every morning consistently this. It could have been just freshly squeezed. Maybe I'm not a freshly squeezed bull. Maybe I'm just not a freshly squeezed bull, but I wasn't a fan of none of that shit that was down there. None of the orange juice. And I feel like if you were good juice, you could hold up everywhere. Now the apple juice down there was bad too, but it was still apple juice. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? It was just like healthier apple juice. I'm like, all right. It's like muddy water. Okay, we understand what's going on here. You know what I'm saying? So it disqualified it, but it's also like, I'm not giving up my apple juice for nobody. That's why they survived the Mexico trip. So Get back on it. Orange juice is gone. Cranberry juice still in the running. Top 5. Oh my lord. That's a hard jump. That's a hard jump. I'm about to hold on. I don't want to go milk again. I don't want to go dairy again. I got really. I don't want to go dairy again. So. Ooh. Number 5 would have to be. God damn, this is a loaded question. Who asked this one again? Astro? God damn. That's a loaded question, brother. He ain't never give me a topic before. He came in with heat. Heat, I'm telling you. I'm just throw the cranberry juice in there. I'm just throw the cranberry juice in there just cause that's top 5 for me. I'll say cranberry juice is top 5, man. It's top 5, and I'm gonna leave it at that because Tara definitely be buying it for the crib all the time. So it's top 5, yo. Dang. So yeah. So that's my top 5 drinks. So we got chocolate milk, apple juice, Sprite, root beer, and cranberry juice. Just to lay it down on you. Now, if you got another top 5, or you try and beef it out, because that's well thought out to me. That was well thought out for me. So let me know what y'all got going on, because I know what I did. I know what I brought to the table in that convo. Nothing but heat. Nothing but heat. Now, let me see. Dang, bro, it wasn't really a lot of Johns that's like coming through, but we're gonna rock with it, but nah, man, musically, just to draw back to what I was saying before, I really do want to be more like musically involved, because I feel like I honestly took a step back from music, and it like hurt my feelings a little bit, but also at the same time it's like I get why it happened. Like from when I was a young boy, I always wanted to play drums and stuff like that, and like that took over everything. That's like I ain't really care about girls like that until later, like middle high school, stuff like that. I was just like, hey man, like I was talking to girls and stuff like in middle school, but it's just like I didn't really care that much. You know what I'm saying? Until like mid high school, my facial hair started growing, and he was really drawing interest with the handsomeness. I'm like, hey, you mean like, hey, it's here. But like before that point, it's going on. Like music was like everything to me. So like, I'll be studying it, listening to everything that came around me. You know what I mean? Trying to do everything on drums, trying to learn this, trying to learn that. Seeing which ways that could be like useful in music, because like it's especially being a drummer, like the music world is so vast, bro. It's so vast, like, and like I said, especially being a drummer, it's extremely vast, because like most people can just play drums. So like trying to find your niche in that has always been like it's always going to be a challenge until you find your lane, you stay in it, you find your niche, you stay in it. It's always going to be a challenge to like see where you fit, like, because if you fit into, there's a lot of people that fit into a particular style of music, and you can just junction them with the rest of that genre, or junction them with the rest of that, you know, that group that they around, or whatever the case is. And you kind of want to, that's kind of like, it's cool that you can fit into that squad, but it's like you always kind of want to break out on your own and just be known for you, which is like extremely important. Like, you don't have to be a touring musician to know that, but like it's very important to know who you are musically. Musically, I can point out to a few people and say, oh, I can pick that bowl for this gig, pick that bowl for this gig, blah 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 blah. But like, just picking you out as a musician is like, That's grade A right there to me. So like, instead of saying, oh, it's a hip hop joint, oh, call so and so to do this joint. I just want to be the dude. I always just want to be the dude. Like, oh, just call him for the gig. It don't matter what the gig is. Just call him for that joint. Like, of course, you have your preferences. Like, I don't even want to try. You're not saying that I can't do it. I just don't even want to try my hand playing like insanely long jazz gigs. Apart from what people think, that shit is hard. That shit is intense. Intense magnified. Like, that's the hardest genre I want to say. In my estimate to like attack, bro. Like, jazz is ridiculously hard. And people be like, you play jazz? Like, yeah, alright. Like, you go ahead and try to learn how to play play an instrument, excuse me. Learn how to play an instrument and then listen to one jazz song. It's ridiculously hard. You got your easy Jones, you got your easy bops, but just hear the name Chicoria and you get intensity written all over your chest right there. Why is his name Chicoria? What is this? What's going on here? I don't even want to listen. I don't even want to try that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's real. Like, jazz is legit. The one John I don't even want to take part in, but I'm not scared of a jazz gig. It's just like, hey, I let the real boys do that. You know what I mean? I let the real jazz heads go ahead and take control of that. I don't want to mess that up. You know what I mean? I don't want no parts of messing that up. Y'all go ahead and do that. Like, I'll keep timing if you want me to. But hey, you got that, Ski. But going back to my point is just like, I always kind of wanted to work around being that guy, just that where I'm just very versatile and things of that nature. So like, even in the sense of you're not getting the familiarity with everybody in each group. It's just like, yo, I know I can play. You know what I mean? Like, I know I can play. Like, if you calling me, you paying me to play. So it's not a sense of like, there was always like a sense of you needed to feel involved in that energy. So I kind of steered away from it later on. Going on to my point, like, before I was all in, you know what I'm saying, chasing down every gig. This when I was like a young boy. I was like, probably, I want to say like from 15 to 19, I was running around heavy, like just trying to be around, just trying to play gigs, just trying to be out. Oh, who this? Oh, all right, we on that. Then when it came crunch time, it's just like, it just started to feel kind of weak to me. I'm just like, yo, not weak, but just like, it wasn't me. Like, I didn't care that much. I'm just like, yo, I just want to play music. Like, if it take that much for me to just play some music, like, yo, like, what we on at this point? Like, I'm cool being out, cool doing this, but I just want to jam sometime, and I do gotta make it out. Shout out to my boy Show. I gotta make it out to your jam session. Like, I'm down to do that stuff. It's just like, if I'm doing it, I just want to go to your jam. It's not on the strength of, dang, I'm trying to get on, or dang, like, who playing tonight, or who this, blah blah blah. It's just, you know what I mean? Like, it's dope to me. Like, it's just dope to me. That's the type of vibe I want to be on. So going back on, through high school, I was super in music, and then like coming out of that, like being able to get to my own destination, just having a will, doing shit like that, doing whatever gigs I want, doing whatever gigs, like calling me, playing for this, playing for that. It's just like, yo, like I'm trying to find the right words to say it, because it's not like I don't love music. It's just like the world that the music world can get very very toxic at points in time. So like, just like battling it out, and particularly around like gospel musicians, it get very toxic sometimes. You know, unfortunately it's like that. Like, even like you gospel musician, don't take it the wrong way, I'm a gospel musician, so like, we can definitely agree on that. It definitely get toxic sometime, and it's just like, if you don't care for it anyway, you're just not gonna deal with it. So I just kind of fell off, because it was just like, yo, that's cool. Like, it's situations like when you go to somebody's church or something like that, you doing whatever, it's like, oh, it's cool. Like, we here to play. Like, you showing, it's cool. You want to play or whatever the case is. I don't care if you showing me out. Like, I remember the distinct point in my life where I was just like, because every boy go through this, especially on drums. It's like, oh, he playing my kid, he killing it. Oh, all right, he ain't killing my kid. I'm gonna go on and do all these crazy chops, and it's like, bro, I don't care. I really don't care. Like, all I care at this point now is like, if I'm playing a gig, I want the music to feel good. I want it to be fire, and then like I'm out of there. I really don't care for anything else unless y'all killing it. Like, unless another band killing it, I'm like, oh, let's go. They smashing. Like, the music, as long as the music's fire, I'm all in. That's the short of what I'm saying. Like, as long as the music's fire, I'm all in. But it's times now where it's like, it's not about the music anymore. Sometimes it's like, yo, it's really just like, the music is a gateway to just be the popular boy, and it's like, that energy is losing me fast. Like, I hope Kev hit me back. I wanted to see if my boy Kev would get on today. I don't think he can, actually. He's been pretty busy with his new baby. But me and Kev talk about it all the time, where it's just like, some people on these gigs, some people that be in the music world is just like, bruh, like, you're lost. You're very lost. Like, no one really cares how diva-ish you're being or what you trying to portray or anything. Like, if I show up to a rehearsal or to a gig, it's like, all right, yo, let's see how dope we can play this music. Bang. That's my energy going into it. Like, anything else is separate from that. Like, oh, anything else is separate. So if we don't click as people, it's just like, oh, we just don't click as people. Like, I don't have to force the energy or anything like that. It is what it is. So, like, I know I'm rambling, but I'm just trying to put it into, like, a way where it's not saying that I hate music or hate the music world. It's just like, my personality is always, or not always, my personality is just basically like, the music world is cool where it's at, and I'm cool not being always involved in it. And that's why I've taken a step back from, like, chasing gigs or chasing music or chasing, like, vibes or anything like that, because it's just like, I know that's not what I want in a particular situation. So, like, I'm cool off it, man. It's like, and that's cool. Like, I'm saying it just because, like, it's people out there that probably really is just like, they think that's what they have to do to be a dope musician or be, you know what I mean, solid or anything. Like, you don't have to do none of that, bro. You just, if you want to just play music, you just play music. Make stuff with your friends. That's another thing. Like, I think it's going out the window more now. Like, in this generation, like, my generation is going way more out the window. But coming up, like, seeing people, like fall over people, like, begging for stuff, and it's like, bro, you don't need it. You don't need it, especially now. Like, I want to do a podcast. Prime example, I start my podcast. Boom, nothing to it. Like, I ain't asked nobody for nothing. I ain't, oh, can you hook me up with the studio? Nothing like that. Go in your crib, set the joint up, do some homework on how it works and everything. Set it up, and then you running with it. Like, you ain't got to ask nobody for nothing. And then if your friends want to do stuff, connect with your friends. You can connect with your friends. Like I said, my generation, I think, we kind of broke the mold with that, as far as, like, not really, no other way to say it, not really hopping on anybody jocks on nothing like that. Like, yo, let me put me on. None of that stuff. Like, bro, if you wanted to make music, all right, we making music now. That's how it's been going. So that's one of the one things I'm, like, grateful for to be in my generation, quote unquote, is like, we haven't really grabbed that from the previous ones. Like, we haven't grabbed that idea of, you only can be dope if you're doing it with this person or whoever up at that time. Like, nah, we can be dope if we do it ourselves. We can be dope if we just create something right now. Like, I'm always in the mental state of wanting to create stuff, wanting to do stuff on my own. Like, I said it before in the podcast, like, if I want to write a movie, I feel like I can just get down on the pen and pad, write out scenes. I got cameras, I can go shoot that joint and make it work. Like, do your homework and everything. I don't think, just talking about that, I don't think people should just be going out there and doing whatever. Like, if you want to do something, do your homework, do your due diligence and figuring out how the hell, I mean, that shit gets done. Just because, like, no matter what you want to do, if you want to present it to someone else, that does matter. You know what I'm saying? That does carry a weight where, oh, this person does know what they're doing. Like, no, you don't want to just shoot a movie off your iPhone and go, oh, it's cool. Unless it go crazy. iPhone cameras are stupid, but I'm just saying, like, any angle you like this with the phone, all that, nah. Do your homework, do your due diligence. Make sure it's presentable. But the idea of just doing stuff just because you want to do it, I'm all in for, bro. I'm all in for it, and that's, like I said, that's that mindset has always been what drove me. And why I always felt like something was always wrong with that community of, oh, put me on type vibes, because it's like, it's tiring. It's tiresome. Like, if you don't rock with somebody, you don't rock with somebody. So waiting for them to put you on is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like, if we cool, we cool. But like, if it falls that way, it falls that way. But at the same time, like, playing that game has always been like, I'm okay. I'm okay playing that game. I don't want to. You can have your ball. I'm going in the crib. I really don't care. Like, that's never been me. It's never been me to play that game with people. So, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully people take that and run off with it. But hold on. What's up with this joint? We've been on 30 minutes, y'all. And this has been an emergency podcast. Cause like I told y'all, I don't wanna skip a day or anything like that, or skip a week. Excuse me, cause I skipped a few days this week. I don't want to skip a week. I'm putting content out, so this is kind of an emergency thing right here. And I do apologize for it being this short, but I promise you next week we're gonna be back on. I just really didn't want to miss out on this. Being very consistent week to week. Make sure that's clear. Being very consistent week to week, we've been doing. You know what I'm saying? Even my brother the other day was like, E, you gonna just stop doing Brev Talk with everybody? Yo, Brev Talk was a podcast that me and the Brevs put together because we've been talking about it for years. And like I just told y'all, like, if you want to do something, let's just do it. Like, that's just my mental. Like, if I want to do something, I'm doing it. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't really nothing really stopping me off that. Like, if I want to make an album right now, I'll be like, yo, I'm learning how to play keys, but I wouldn't try my hand in it. Like, drums I knocked that out the park. But like, musically, I need musicians on that, so I need other people at hand. Something like that would take more time, but if it's something that I could just do, it's done. So like, Brev Talk was a whole thing where we was talking about it for years. Like, yo, we'd always be in the crib in summertime chilling together at some point and just having deep convos. Not even deep convos, but just like long-ass convos for hours. And I'm just like, yo, why aren't we recording this? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, what are we doing? We have nothing but content here. Let's record it. And then, like, it came on. And in my opinion, everybody just went ghost, like, from personality. Everybody was just like, I didn't know. And granted, I didn't know that it is technically, apparently, I don't know technically. Apparently, it's a skill for you to be able to just go. Like, the way I've been doing for the last 30 minutes. For you to just be able to go off anything is like skill, is a trait. It's a skill-based trait. So, like, not everybody have that, and like, some people may not, you know what I'm saying, go for it or anything like that, or, you know, have the bug or want to do that for you know, a consistent period of time. So like, that's what happened to Brev Talk. It just kind of died out on being consistent, which is why I'm so big on, I want to make sure I'm releasing every week with this, John. Like, no matter what happened, I'm always gonna release a podcast every week, just to make sure I know I can commit to something full on out. And it's something that I control myself. So it's just like, hey, man, I'm going to do it. Like, it is what it is. So when my brother saying that, he like, oh, you just going to stop doing Brev? No, I'm always down to do something. Especially with my boys. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Whenever they down, I'm down. But, again, this is just me being, you know what I'm saying, just being myself. Just want to be on the podcast. Want to talk to you guys and, like, want to just record history, bro. Because, like, I was talking about it with one of my boys the other day. Like, yo, ain't it crazy? Like, I got these videos on YouTube and everything. One day when I have young boys and I'm dead and gone, they can still go back and watch this stuff as long as nobody blow up the world. They do that, we cooked. We are cooked. But apart from that, my young boys will still be able to go watch me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, my dad passed, so I got a few pictures and videos just of him living his life, and it's like, oh, that's dope, man. Like, I get to see it even though he's not here no more. But like, hey man, they gonna have nothing but videos of me, documentation of me, my thoughts, my wishes, all that stuff. They gonna have all that of me. So you mean, this is why I'm doing it honestly, and it's like, yeah, I would love for it to blow up and everything, but I'm not really doing it for that. I'm just doing it just because I honestly like to create content, and I just want something here when I'm going honestly. So you mean, it's dope to do, and if it does blow up, it'll be fire. But at the same time, it's just dope to have something. I mean, it's just dope to have something that's you. I honestly think everybody should, you know what I'm saying, create some type of content that's just them left behind. You know what I mean? Just so it can live on, because it's like, that's just a dope idea to me, man. That's a very dope idea to me that once you gone, somebody will still be able to be like, oh, that was E right there. That's E. Oh no, you gonna miss him, but like, that's him right there. That's him right there. He right there. You see him laughing? He goated. He that bull, bro. You talking about bull with the beard? You know what I'm saying? He always wore the Tommy Hill watch. I mean, it's right there. It's right there. He like the golf. You know what I'm saying? He got his cards right here. By the way, these Pokemon cards right here, they not mine. I don't know if anybody thought I never like played Pokemon before a day in my life. I don't know nothing about playing Pokemon. I know the show. Very little, but I know the show. You know what I'm saying? My favorite bull on there, other than Mewtwo, is Charizard, Pikachu, of course. You know what I'm saying? Bulbasaur, I wasn't really a fan of. Squirtle was my guy. Who else do I know on Pokemon? I know a couple Pokemon. Who we talking about here? I know a few. Trico was my guy. Oh, man, we about to go through it. Trico was my guy. The psychic dude, he was cool on the games. I never saw him on the show. Golden Psychic Ball, if y'all know what I'm talking about. He got the spoons. If y'all know what I'm talking about, he was cool on the games, but I never saw him on an episode of a show like Pokemon or something like that. I said Charizard. Charmander was cool, of course. I think that's all the Pokemon I know. Not all the ones I know, but all the ones that I liked. If I'm not mistaken. I did like the Sandy Ball. He's like a roly-poly type sand ball. He was cool. But, hold on. I gotta play this voice memo from Zell. Maybe she got some more heat for y'all. Hold on, let me see. I ain't gonna mute y'all. So, this is why it's my homie. Goofy as hell. But that's hilarious. She said she ain't funny, but that shit is hilarious. So she said, how you feel about farting in front of somebody you dating, basically, I think she was saying. Because you say your significant other, but you just met him. Somebody you dating, you fart, you let loose right in front of them. Hey, now, I don't think you should let loose from the rip when you meet somebody, unless we're talking first date type vibes. If you're talking first date type vibes, this is the only time I think it's appropriate. It's not appropriate, but it's like it's okay. If you're talking first date type vibes, and you already ice yourself as like the goofy boy or the goofy shorty or something like that crazy. Well, shorties, I really can't speak for y'all, but if you the bull, and you already ice yourself as like a goofy boy, like me, I'm pretty goofy, so like I think I could have let it. I think I could have slid by with Satara like on first date type vibes, because you gonna laugh at me regardless. So like I would have had it in there where I was just like, oh snap, my fault. That's crazy. As long as it's not whamming, you know what I mean? But hey, I don't know, man. I think I can let it go. I think I can let it go. You know what I'm saying? I think we talked about this on Brother Talk before. My boy Mike was just like, I ain't getting no, what'd he say? He said kidney stones. You ain't get no kidney stones for no shorty. That's basically what it is. Like, yeah, you gonna have to fart. Like, you don't want to hold that gas in. Like, now you probably should just plan out your diet a little bit more right before the date and all that. But like, yo, I don't know. That's a funny joint though. But anyway, like I said, I'm heading out early on this joint because like this was just an emergency podcast, just to make sure I stay consistent, so y'all can hold me accountable with that joint. Because like, I don't want to be inconsistent with this podcast. I want this to be like an everyday conversation, almost like therapy. This is therapy to me, man. Therapy, if you want me to say it correctly. This is that to me though, because it's like just talking and getting it out. Just like, not even if it's nothing to get out, just talking. It's always good. You know what I'm saying? If you sit in a room by yourself quiet, I do it all the time where I don't have to say nothing, but I still talk to myself at the same time. I be drawn by myself. Start singing out crazy and all that. But like, just talk, man. Talk. Never let your head do your talking for you. Say that shit out loud so you know when it's weird. Say this shit out loud so you know when it's weird. You know what I'm saying? You be like, man, I kind of wanted to blow up this building today. Say that out loud so you can look at yourself and be like, whoa. I mean, don't let your brain do your talking for you. Say that shit out loud. You know what I'm saying? Either you gonna hear it or the boy next door gonna hear it. So they can come over and check on you. You cool, bro? I heard you say you was gonna blow up the building. Now you ain't mean that though. You was joking, right? Yeah, you was joking. Yup. Say that shit out loud, man. Always better out than in. But thank y'all again for listening in, man. It's the EDC Podcast. I am Ian Dunlap, also known as You Don't Care. Thank you for listening in. We are on every podcast streaming platform that is Apple Podcasts, Spotify. I feel like we on Amazon. I gotta check. I gotta check all these joints. I only be checking Spotify, Apple Podcasts, but I'm sure we on every other joint too, as well as YouTube with the video. So YouTube videos will be posted same time as the podcast. But I also really want to start going live. I was asking Jared and Zoe if they want to go live last time, and they wasn't. It was kind of their first joint, so they wasn't really feeling alive at the first. So I definitely held off for that. But I really do want to start going live with you guys. Let's see if I can get like live reaction feedbacks, or even in the case of, I think the next one I might do, I might do that like a private live type thing, and send it out to who I know listens. If you want to be involved in that, definitely hit me up. But I think I might do that. Send it out to who I know listens, who I know is gonna respond back, give me feedback, or just had a conversation with me when they at the crib. Like, I might do something like that where it's live. So hit me up if you want to be involved in that. But I definitely got a few people in mind that I want to keep involved in that, John. So again, thank y'all for listening, man, and keep an eye out for that YouTube video dropping on my channel. That is Ian Dunlap. You also could just find it as E Don't Care. E Don't Care gaming might pop up if you hit E Don't Care on YouTube, but it still would be a gateway to get to my main channel, which is just Ian Dunlap. Or you can look up Ian Jones-Dunlap, because there is a light-skinned boy named Ian Dunlap on YouTube, and he is crushing it. You know what I'm saying? He's like an investor or something like that, but I'm a totally different boy. So look me up on YouTube, and like I said, make sure you look out for that video, but also just keep an eye out on the podcast on all podcast streaming platforms. And that's it, man. We outie.